Welcome to the Gig Show. I'm Jim Dorman, and this is Dan Cody.
Hey, Jim.
Hey,
How are
Dan.
you?
Good. Thanks, man. Good to see you again. Hey, Dan, you've been in a lot of bands, and more recently you've been in a duo. Did you find any kind of unique challenges from being in a duo versus being in a band?
Not really challenges. It's two completely different things. It's a lot of fun doing a duo.
Right.
You get to experiment with how you sing the songs, the vocal phrasings. When it's a full band,
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of going forward, and it's obviously louder, and you just kind of really going with the band. But
Right.
being a duo, you can really hear what the others singing and how they're playing, and you can really
Right.
play off. There's a lot more between the two players. It's a lot of fun.
Right. Of course, you're in Matunic Road with our good friend Tom Hamilton.
Yes, correct.
So, do you guys ever battle it out for who's going to be the lead singer on a song, or who's going to get their own original song in there?
It's funny. We just we don't really have a set list.
Right. Oh, really?
And we just start playing.
Yeah.
Whoever starts the song is usually the kind of the lead singer of that song.
Wow.
We'll do songs we haven't played in
Right.
maybe never before, or we played last time we played it was 30 years ago. We'll just start
Yeah.
and just
And it
see where
works
it
out.
goes. Yeah.
You guys, there you go. So, and you just did a recent gig, I think.
Yeah, the Weather Vane
Weather
in South Weymouth.
Was that fun?
Great spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out. The Weather Vane. It's a very, very fun gig.
Yeah, I saw you guys did. It was kind of like a party type situation. Some other people got up, but that's what you guys are good at too.
Yeah,
No problem, right?
We're
having some friends on, like Jackie Conley, right?
Yeah, we have
one of
fun.
our Weymouth friends.
Yeah, we're all about it's fun.
Yeah,
that's rule number one. Have
Right.
fun. And if somebody wants to come up and play or sing or do whatever, play tambourine.
Right. It's cool.
The more
you guys
the
are ready for that?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I brought it up is because our guest today is Gordon's Law, is a duo, kind of unique duo that was suggested to us by our good friend George Kippenhan, and
Yes.
George had seen them and has some ties through his kids to these guys. So this is kind of what the show is really all about, is like having kind of people on that play, and especially they play original music,
Right.
and which is cool. I mean, I like doing covers and all and having fun with those, but having their own original music and kind of working it out in their own special way, and performing and getting, they're working on getting gigs out there, right?
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to the show today, to have someone like that on the Gig Show, because this is kind of what this is. But they were nice enough to write a very succinct little bio, so I'm going to give that for you. Gordon's Law is made up of South Shore's own guitarist, lyricist, and lead vocalist Gordon Lloyd, and drummer and vocalist Adam Law. They mix elements of classic rock, folk, 90s, alternative rock, and even electronic to create their own unique sound. They met through a mutual friend back in 2011 and played a one-off gig at the famed Beachcomber in Quincy. A year or two later, Adam was asked to help out on original music that Gordy was working on, and this led to their debut EP, extended play, I think, is that
Correct.
EP, right?
Correct terminology.
As opposed to LP when we grew up. Loved those things.
Long player.
Yeah. I got a few 45s around, too. No 78s.
No?
I don't know. Maybe. My
Those are
parents
coming.
might have had some 78s.
Those are coming back in
I don't know.
style.
I got to get a turntable. But anyway, that was in 2016. What's this now? 2023.
23.
Time's flying. Which can be found on Bandcamp, and their debut LP, released in 2018, available on, that's long playing, we said that, on all streaming music sites. They released their follow-up EP titled Nothing's Wrong on October 13th. And I've listened to it a bunch of times, and I really love listening. It's so good. So why don't we take a break? We'll have them come on, and they're going to do the title song from the EP, Nothing's Wrong. So we'll be right back after that to talk to them for a little while. So here's Gordon's Law with Nothing's Wrong.
Not sure the words I use getting through to you. It's just a feeling, like when you're talking to the wall, and it claims it has seen it all. The hammer shines with temptation, and through thick and thin I know, uphill both ways in the snow. I guess I thought we had something in common. Well, I guess wrong. Well, oh well, I guess we tried. Nothing that I do ever feels right. Nothing's really wrong. Nothing, I'm really fine. I'm reeling myself in for a little while. Nothing's really wrong. Nothing, I'm really fine. I have these thoughts that come from time to time. Oh, never mind. Guess you've outdone me once again, and I don't mind the stumbling. It really doesn't hurt so bad tonight. Trying to explain myself to you, it's like falling in love with the prostitute. It's just a waste of time. You're so brave, you're so bold. It's easy when your heart is so cold, so cold. Oh, please take a step away from me. I'd imagine it'd be hard to breathe with a hand around your throat. Now wait a minute, let me count to 10. Never mind what I'm mumbling. Save your breath and don't waste mine. Nothing's really wrong. Nothing, I'm really fine. I'm reeling myself in for a little while. Nothing's really wrong. Nothing, I'm really fine. I have these thoughts that come from time to time. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Well, welcome back. Hey guys, that song was fantastic.
Thank you very
It's
much.
really good. I don't know, just the sound you guys played, the way you played together, just the vocals, the combination of the guitar and the drum.
It's called a drum. It's a Peruvian cajon
Cajon.
from Peru.
Yes. So anyway, the way you guys sound together, I could listen to it all day. But so anyway.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
It really
Thank
does.
you, sincerely.
Yeah. We've been working quite many years together, so it's glad.
So we should introduce you formally. So we got Gordon Lloyd.
Yes, sir.
Gordon Lloyd.
Gordon Lloyd Martin Jr. This is me.
Excellent.
Yep, I go by Gordon Lloyd.
And-
Just, you know.
Yeah. And Adam Law. So
Yes, sir.
together they are Gordon's Law.
Ah, you see how that works.
It's work. This guy's got
Law.
probably had to work. Oh, I don't know if you toyed around with any other
No, I
combinations.
literally. I mean, it was Gordon Lloyd for a while.
Right.
I write the song. I was
Yeah.
writing the songs, doing all the stuff, and trying to get my name out there. But when I met Adam, and we started working together,
Right.
he added so much to the sound that I was like, well, you know, like, what if we call it Gordon's Law?
Yeah.
It's, you know, like instead of just Gordon Lloyd and guest with Adam. You know, like, and he's just-
Adam's Law didn't work, huh?
right.
That was
Adam's
too much?
Lloyd.
Adam's
that was
Lloyd
too-
was a little confusing. So
There's no flow there.
right, because it's like he owns me or something.
Yeah.
That's a little strange, you know.
But yeah, I think the combination is just kind of cool. It
works.
kind of works
And
together.
it adds to my ego. So you know, it's like my law.
You're still your first name.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's got a ring to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And you said in your bio that you kind of was a one-off thing at the Beachcomber
Yeah,
in
you were.
Quincy, and I'm a little bit older than Dan and you. So anyway, the Beachcomber, that just my ears is lit up. I guess to say.
Yeah.
What was that like? Do you remember anything about that?
Yeah, it was cool. I actually played a gig before that with another band, maybe like a year before that. With
Okay.
I had a band with my buddies Andy, Tony, and Greg. Shout out to 12 on 6.
Wow. Right.
That first band, we actually played 2 gigs, and the second one was at the Beachcomber in Quincy. And yeah, I mean, I've been there a couple times before that, but obviously history, you played there, I hear,
right.
which is amazing. But so we have a mutual friend, Tony Praviti. Shout out to Tony.
What's up, Tony?
He was met Gordy through Tony's cousin you dated for a little bit.
Yes, yes.
And they realized they played guitar and they started jamming a little bit. And then one day Tony said, Adam, do you mind playing drums with my cousin's boyfriend at the time, or ex-boyfriend, Gordy? And I was like, yeah, sure. The 3 of us met, we jammed a little bit.
Yeah.
And somehow you guys ended up getting a gig at the Beachcomber.
Tony got it. I had no clue. He was just like, I'm just going to do this gig. And I was like, okay, I guess.
So we like jammed twice and did a gig at the Beachcomber, just the 3 of us. And then, yeah, a cool spot. And then basically 2 years later, he said, I want to start working more on my original stuff.
Right.
Do you want to do this? And so then but that first gig, the
first
Beachcomber
gig.
started it all.
Yeah, it really
Were you
did.
playing full drums or?
Yeah, with 12 on 6, I was doing full set and 2 guitarists and a bassist. Yep, and kind of mixing vocals back and forth. But yeah.
Cool. Any relation to the meat market? No.
That's
think so.
Privetti.
They say, I know people say Privetti. That's what I was going to ask.
And maybe you're
I
totally
want to
right.
get the right pronunciation.
I think the spelling's different too.
'cause
So
it was
different,
Quincy.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
originally in, where I lived on Main Street in
Previties is, yeah,
Quincy.
good,
you know,
good
so,
stuff.
yeah. But anyway, just
don't think there's a relation.
little. Okay,
I'll double check.
Yeah, I mean, cousin, second cousin.
You know, yeah, exactly.
Who knows? But Dan, who did you play with? I'm sorry. The Beachcomber is just too
it's-
tantalizing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
historical.
That's great.
My uncle played there in the '60s. He was in a jazz band.
Oh,
he,
yeah.
he played clarinet, so he played there in the '60s, and then we used to play a lot. We opened for the Fools and the Swingin' Steaks,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
like it.
it was always a
Good bands.
blast.
I mean, came in. They
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
well
absolutely.
known either regionally or you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
They got
my
some
voice
big names.
instructor played there a few times. I saw him there, John Ridlon. What was the name of his band? I forget. But
Yeah.
anyway, it was
Yeah.
Just a cool spot in
Good
Quincy,
spot,
ton of
yeah.
history. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that I can say I play there.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
old days, you could smoke in there, and it was like low ceilings. It was,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a great place, but oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
it was a little rough.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
Might have to run outside, but it was you just had to
Yeah, it's
kind
strange.
of go with it. We used to see the Fat City Band and Zachariah, and I think it was the Fat City Band. I was there once when I don't know if you probably got this is before your time, but this guy all of a sudden they introduced the president of rock and roll, everybody, Miles Connor.
Oh, Miles,
right?
yeah.
He came out and played. This guy, he's better known as an art thief. Like
Oh,
you
no.
know, they actually talked to him about the art that was stolen at the Isabella Gardner Museum.
way.
That it was his plan or something like that, and he was involved. Anyway,
No kidding. Oh, wow.
but he was
story.
he had a rock and roll history, and a lot of it was in Quincy and
Yeah.
the old, and he got up and played good guitar and everything. So anyway,
I love it. I love it.
so that's good. So good history. So where does where do your musical beginnings come from? I guess. Yeah.
I started playing saxophone.
Yeah.
In like 4th grade, they come around and show you all the instruments, and stuff like that. I wanted to play drums, but my best friend's mom's daughter had a saxophone.
Okay.
And my mom was like, "You're getting a saxophone." And I was like, "Okay." So picked up saxophone, started playing that all throughout high school. Went to Berkeley for saxophone. So that was fun. It was good. Very expensive. And a great school.
Right.
I was a young 18-year-old too, like just
Right.
didn't really understand the world and how it worked. So if I had paid more attention, I probably could have, I had some good times there. Lived in Boston for a while, toured with a band called Word. Yeah, we played Nectar's in Vermont. That was the best place that we played. That was fun.
Yeah.
It's where Fish got their name kind of started. And yeah, I played saxophone. I was hopping into like a Ford Ranger, going up and down into Pennsylvania, back in 2004, and there was still some bars down there you could smoke at. It was really strange, just walking into a cloudy bar, like what is
Yeah.
going on here? But it was fun. And then like they all moved to New York, and I just kind of stuck around the area. And what happened? I started writing songs, and they would come into town, and I'd sing with them. And my buddy Elmer Leibowitz, shout out Elmer, he's huge, he's awesome. You guys can check him out. He's on Spotify, all that stuff.
Okay.
Very good songwriter. He said to me, he's like, you know what's cooler than a singer? And I said, what? He said, a singer who plays guitar. And I was like, okay, that's valid, you know. So I just started noodling around with the guitar, and you know, started writing songs like instantly. It just, you know, it's what happened. And
Right.
since then, I've written countless songs. I have a notebook full of songs that have been forgotten, written, whatever, and it's just been an incredible journey. Like, you know, like I would be in it and then not in it. Like really, like gun ho about it, and then like work would get in the way, or bills, or other things. And like I never really made that much money doing music, and always just wanted it to be my passion, not something I relied on for finances. So, you know, I started writing, did this one-off gig, and that's when I realized, like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to keep doing this. So when I started writing originals, I was like, I need a drummer. I need something else here. And, you know, Adam came and started drumming with me, and then he started singing all of a sudden, and I was like, wait, you can sing? Like, why haven't you been singing the whole time?
Right.
And then that's when we started, like, really, like the songs started to come together and sound what they are like today. And he's got the high end, I got the low end, and every now and then I try the high end, and he's like, let's just go back down, you know? Like,
It's a great
our
blend.
voices- yeah, it's a good
Very
blend.
good blend. I was going to say, I mean, is it kind of a natural thing, or?
Yeah, kind of. I kind of just write what comes. Like, I can't, like, when I sit down to write a song, it's like it's what I've experienced, or like how I've done. Like, I can't just write a song. Like, I couldn't just pick up and write a song about this alligator on the table or something. I could. It'd be funny and goofy and ridiculous, but you know, it's mainly about like my experiences through life. All my songs. I was I was addicted to drugs for a little while. For 10 years, I got clean in 2013.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That was a journey and a half, but it took that humbling to realize that, like, you know, this is like, life's short. I want to create music. I want to do good things, and like a lot of my songs come from, you know, dark, depressive places. But now, like, that we're writing more and experiencing life more, like things are uplifting a little bit, and my writing style is changing, and it's kind of cool to see, you know, the journey. So
Do the words come first, or the music?
it depends. Sometimes I hear the lyrics, like sometimes I get lyrics come. Other times I will just sit down and find a cool riff, and like I already, like a syllables stick to my head. Like I'll hear like a sequence, of syncopation, if you will, that like I want. And then like sometimes the words will just come out. Like I have a recent one that I wrote that just is called, it's Before I Fly, and it's, you know, it just came to me as like I had to learn I had to fall before I learned how to fly, and it was like that. It just writes itself after that. Like once I have that, like I'm like, oh, there's a chorus. Okay, boom, done. And then
I wish I could do that.
yeah, it's it's funny when these, you know, these guys, like my buddy Bill's always saying, he's like, how's it even happen? How do you write a song? And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. Like they're there, they're just in there, just waiting to come out.
Yeah.
And it's genuine, it's natural, and like I love it because it helps me express myself in a way that's I'm not usually good like talking. I'm an awkward talker. I'm awkward in social situations. Yeah, I ramble. I tell too many facts about myself. You know, I just go off in left field, and like, but like songwriting, I can structure my thoughts and put them into something that communicates to other people, and hopefully they can relate.
Now, are you doing any co-writing, or is it just all you?
No, it's like I said, I'm really bad with lyrics, and I'm a drummer, so like melodies don't even like come to me. Like it's all about beats and like rhythms and notes, you know, that way.
But anytime I bring him something, he can harmonize with it like that, like not a problem.
Yeah, that's different to me. But like,
but it's incredible, like the way, because I can't harmonize. Like we've been working on If I Fell, you know, by the Beatles together, and it takes me so long just to get that low harmony. And like it's funny, like I can hear melodies all day long, but harmonizing is difficult for me. But we're working on it. And that was the inspiration for the first track. This is the first song. We called it that because I think it was right around COVID when, and I was like, just sing. I don't care what you sing. It doesn't even have to be words. Just sing. And like
Right.
we kind of just made a track based off of him singing.
Nice.
And
Just like loops.
in loops, yeah, we just looped stuff, and it was kind of magical. That was the first thing we did. We like wrote together, like in a sense.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, usually I just write songs, bring them to him, and sometimes they work and they work out great. And other times we scrap them, throw them in the catalog, and maybe work on them later. You know, we've got a bunch that are just like half written, and
Yep.
like that we've performed even live before, and then we're like, yeah, we'll come back to that.
Try 'em
later.
out.
Yeah.
It's not
Do you
right.
ever
It's
mix
not fully
things?
ready.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. So the first album
Yeah.
we did, like the full length, I mixed and I didn't master it. Like, I mixed it all myself.
Yeah.
I did the recordings myself, and like there were 3 songs on there I sent out to Joey Benjamin's, who's out of Loud Dope Studios now, I believe. Shout out Joey.
up,
Appreciate
Joey?
you. He gave us a good start.
He
too.
did our first EP as well.
Yeah, he did, and he did a great job. And he's really fun to work with. He's just really down to earth guy. He's just super easy, laid back. But I released it because like I felt like I had at the time I was like moving to Florida, just because I wanted to live outside of Massachusetts like for a little while and try something new. Figure like I'm like it's Massachusetts' fault. Like I'm gonna go to the South and figure out life down there. No, I came back like it's too hot down there.
Yeah.
I sweat as is, like
not good.
like I sweat in January. So I'm like I don't know what I was thinking, but I felt like I had to release this because like I was leaving.
That's right. We did want to get it out before you left.
Yeah, and like I couldn't like just leave it the way it was with like Adam and like because that was a big part of like I didn't want to leave because like this thing was so good and genuine and stuff, but so I just rushed it and I released it, and like the levels are different. The song like you have to crank it all the way up to hear it in the car, and it's like some of the songs like I'm probably gonna have remastered because some of the songs are really good and I still really love. Like I think there's 2 on there that I'm gonna take off and remaster, send to somebody. I still have all the the trackings and stuff. So, but lesson learned basically.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
I think maybe you kind of touched on it, but is it like, do you ever have like like a phrase or an element like I just want to get this into the song somewhere? Or does it ever?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've like I've read some stuff like by Paul Simon where he's talking about how he writes, and it's like you think you're trying to figure out what the song is about, and it comes out that he just really liked the way that's those words sounded.
Yes, literally.
So he threw it in. So I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
maybe it makes. I don't know if it makes sense totally. Anyway.
Right. No, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. There's sometimes I just write lyrics just to write lyrics, like, and it's fun. And
Phrasing might sound right.
yeah,
totally.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it may not make any sense. Like I mean, but yeah, like I try to like the songs I do release, like, I try to make them make sense in a context. That's the right word, context.
Context,
Right?
right.
Yeah, sure. Words, I know them.
I like some mystery about it, that you think it's about, but you're not really quite sure, or you got to think about it.
Yeah,
a
we
little
almost
bit,
put this one on the album, this new one that I wrote, and it sounds like a love song, and it sounds like really, amazing. It's actually about my broken toe. It's like like I broke my toe one day, like. I was at a concert. I was outside. It was Sarah Blacker. She's I don't know if you guys know her. She's great. She's another local artist. It's a wonderful person too. But she was playing a gig. There was a little boy who was jumping on the rock, and we were like doing tricks back and forth. I'm like, oh yeah, let's see if you do that. And then all of a sudden I'm like going home, and I'm like, ow, my toe really hurts, and like I had broken my toe, and then I wrote this crazy song. So it's romantic.
Yeah.
About a broken toe.
Check that out. What's the name of it again?
I don't even remember.
It's not any streaming sites.
Yeah, it's
probably.
not
on there. It's not on there. Okay, I'll have to
because
wait a minute.
we let it. We let that one slide.
It's in the notebook.
Yeah, it's definitely in the notebook.
It's in the notebook. I love
I was
this.
thinking about releasing it, but
So we definitely. I want to hear about some of Adam's background, but it's worth noting again. We have another Berkeley connection.
Yes.
We've had a bunch. We had a young guitarist, Annika Franco, on. In our show last summer, and she was fantastic. We've had John and Julie Finn.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of Berkeley alum.
Morgan Ashley, singer. Anyway, we're thinking they should, maybe confer us with something.
yeah, right. Yeah,
So anyway,
definitely.
maybe not. It's a stretch.
Berkeley
It's a stretch.
is it's a marvelous school. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
So expensive. And like halfway through my second year, my mom was just like, I can't afford this. And then I was like, well, I can't afford this either. I was like, gotta go. Let's get out. So, but I made some good friends through that experience. So like, I don't have any regrets because of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's
Must be great to be like with other people, you know, doing the same thing.
yeah, exactly. Seems like a lot of those guys. Like I was in school with Sarah, I believe. And that's where I met Omer and Leighton Wiedemann. What up, Leighton? How you doing? He's a drummer who's, I don't know, out of this world. He's
Yeah.
incredible. But yeah, that's where I started like touring with the saxophone with those guys. Like they all went to New York, and I was like, I was kind of intimidated by New York. I'm not a city guy. You know, I
Right.
work in the city in Boston, but I don't like the hustle and bustle of it. It's just
Gonna say that.
it's too complicated. There's so much going on, and I get easily overstimulated. So
Yes.
How did you guys settle on the cajon and your setup? Is this always the?
Well, no, we started. My main thing was an African djembe, and we did that for a while. I literally think he showed up at my house one day with this cajon
Yep.
and said, "I bought this. Let's try it out."
yeah.
I said, "All right," and we played that night, and I was like, "This thing is awesome."
Yeah.
And you went to leave that night, and I was like, "Here," and I was like, "No, you keep that."
Yeah, yeah.
He literally bought it one night.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
I was like, I wanted the drum and bass sound, and like the djembe is cool, very cool, but I need that
We need a bass and
kick
snare.
and snare sound, you know. And I was like, here, play this. You know?
So this and like a foot tambourine, it's just totally changed the game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love this thing now.
Lighten it up.
It's a big sound for the two of you. It's great.
Yeah.
It really works.
Thank
know?
you.
Thank you.
So-
Yeah, I feel you on
Agreed.
that. I really like it. I like the simplicity it gives. Like, I'm a simple guy. I'm a very simple. You know, I like things very simple. Like I said, I get overstimulated fast, so that's what I liked about this. And like we had talked about doing future gigs because we're adding a bass player. Andy Reel he played with us at the Cave on Thursday night, which was great. It was great to try out a new live sound, and I talked about him playing kick, snare, and hi hat, because like
Right.
when I hear what's in my head, it's not complex. It's nothing showy. It's nothing crazy. Like it's just simple songs that are groovy and catchy.
So you'll be adding the bass in the upcoming gigs.
Yes.
Turn up,
Yes.
do more acoustic bass,
Right.
and but yeah, like you said, maybe some kick drum, snare, hi hat.
Yeah.
Just trying to add a little bit.
Just a little bit of flavor.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, a little
mix it up.
interesting. You know, like make the live shows entertaining. You know,
Yeah.
like
And Andy can also be a second guitarist too, which
Which
the
is
second
great.
guitar part you can do so much more too,
Yeah.
and just
yeah.
add cool sound.
On our simpler songs, like he does, the way I see it, he played with us live the other night, and he did the solo. He added the backing. It was
Sound good.
minty. It was very
Nice.
nice. It's minty.
Yeah, because your leads are really tasty. I mean, it's
Thank
really
you.
nice. So it's kind of. Do you need a rhythm guitar?
Right?
With it?
Sure. You
No, I
want to
mean,
play?
well, I would definitely.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Dan's
I'm
better,
down.
but
Both of you can play.
I'll play behind him.
I'd love to do just a jam show. You know,
That would be cool.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
sit around and
Just play
trade
whatever
songs or whatever
happens. Yeah.
I'll
get to be the
I'll have to sit out a lot, but Adam, tell us about how you got into music.
So I from what I'm told, I was literally banging on pots and pans at like 1 year old. And I remember getting like a toy drum set when I was probably like 4, and then like a real drum set when I was probably 5 or 6. I've just always been playing drums. In 4th grade is when like you could start getting in the band, and I was literally playing a snare drum on a folding chair, like with 4 other kids in the back. And I did concert band all through middle school. In high school, I was in the jazz band, the concert band, the orchestra, and I played drums for the jazz choir. In college, I was in the concert band and the marching band. I played in the African drumming ensemble. That's how I found out what a djembe is, and fell in love with the djembe. Finally got my own. And then I moved to New York City actually for a little bit. I was in a band there called the Red Hot Red Hots. And so I can actually say I performed in a bunch of bars in New York City too, which is so cool. We recorded an EP there.
You can see them on YouTube too. They're still up there.
Oh yeah, that's all on YouTube too. My goodness. Yep. And then the plan was always to move back. And like I said, like the aforementioned 12 on 6 band, we played a couple gigs, and then everyone got busy and we disbanded. But Tony would always ask me to play sometimes with him, just the two of us, just jamming in his basement. And then whenever Tony needed a drummer, he would call me. And then again, that's how I met Gordy and just kind of kept going. So drum and music has just always been a huge part of my life.
Do you have any other projects besides this one at the time?
I kind of
Kids?
jam. Yeah, I jam with some people here and there. This is definitely the main,
Right.
the main project for
Yeah,
sure.
Right. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, kids do play too, though. Hannah's learning guitar.
I have a son and
Yeah.
daughter, Ian and Hannah. They both take, Ian does piano and Hannah does guitar. She's been doing guitar for a couple years now at the Music Loft in Bridgewater.
Nice.
And they kind of like it, and also we kind of force them to practice. But we're not letting them quit yet, because they will appreciate it later in life. And they're theater kids, so again, it'd be good if they do instruments.
Right, and I think one of our best shows, we had the cast of A Christmas, some of the cast of A Christmas Story on here last spring, and and your son, is it Ian?
Yep.
Ian was played.
Ian plays Randy in A Christmas
Randy,
Story with
which
our
is-
mutual friend,
yes.
George Kippenhan, of
And
course.
The kid's awesome.
which he obviously he loves being the dad, and I went and saw that. Saw that he did a great job,
It was a good show.
and he won an award, a Dash
Yeah,
Award, right?
yeah,
Has it
he-
gone to his head?
That
I'm
kid's
telling
got
you, man.
the ego enough for all of us.
Yeah,
he's
he's
incredible.
Both my kids' personalities are
Yes,
pretty big, but
they're
yeah, he
dynamic.
won Best Youth Performer in a play, and that was really his first play. So
Yeah.
we're trying to keep him humble.
Right, well, I remember actually when we were interviewing those folks that they had nothing but good things to say about him, because it kind of came up. We were just talking about the different characters and stuff. So
He is a character,
it's
but that's very kind
he
of
is
them
a
to say.
character.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
you.
yeah. He's
And
a good character.
a little off topic, but Joyce McPhee's son was
Yeah,
also
Danny.
in it, and Joyce is in the Divas with a Twist. I don't know if you ever seen some, but they're all singers from the musical theater world.
Yes.
And they play with a fantastic band behind them. So we're
Cool. So yeah, someone else was in Christmas Story,
Yeah.
and Danny, I actually performed with him in our town at Mass Arts Center in Mansfield as well. So he does some acting, and
Yeah.
and I know Joyce a little bit, and they're an awesome
anyway,
family too.
she's a great singer. I've seen her, in many shows over the years.
Awesome.
But I digress a bit. What you guys, obviously we heard your originals, and this, like I said, I love it.
Thank you.
But you must play some covers. Like who are you influenced by? Like what kind of covers
Yep.
if you playing?
Yeah, covers. From early days, CCR, Creedence Clearwater, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams. Like my grandfather listened to a lot of like older country like that, and I really, at first was turned off by it.
Yeah.
But as you get a little older, your taste develops.
Right.
So I started to really appreciate that like upbringing. My mom was always into Pat Benatar, Billy Idol, and like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, stuff like that. So she'd always have music on. She was a dancer, excuse me, when she was younger. And, she was a big part of pushing me into music because she played in the band too. She went to Ireland, but did all that stuff, clarinet or something. But yeah, I went on from there, and then I listened to punk rock a lot. I listened to hardcore, like I listened to NoFX, Less Than Jake. I went through a ska phase. I went through every music phase I think there ever was,
Okay.
but for our like covers, like we do CCR, we do some Elvis now. We do like Elvis is huge. Always loved Elvis. One thing about Elvis, 5th grade, John Shea is like new to Holbrook. John Shea, I have to give him a shout out because he's 95.9. He does the Almost Famous radio.
Yeah.
He has brought so many of us like together. Like if it wasn't for him, like I wouldn't be sitting right here because he put one of my songs off the EP on the radio.
Vulnerable?
Yeah, Vulnerable, like a few years back. And he told me I was good. He kind of like pushed me to like keep it going and do this thing. And in 5th grade, we were talking about bands and stuff like that. And I remember him, this little kid, just coming and like, I like Elvis and the Beatles, and I was like blown away because, I listen to that stuff too. But like all my friends were like, you listen to old people music. And I just kind of like sat back and was like, yeah, old people music. But then like I said to him, I was like, I like Elvis too, but I didn't want to be embarrassed in front of, all my other friends. So like, but yeah, Elvis was big. What about you, Adam?
How about you?
Wait, so that was WATD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John.
You know, our
Josh
fearless leader here, Kevin Tachi, has a regular WATD show every Monday night.
No kidding. I did
Radio
not know that.
personality.
He's ready. Oh, yeah, he's
Really?
nice. So I'm surprised you haven't, have.
Yeah.
You never know. He
Yeah.
sometimes grabs our guests and
Interesting.
I don't know. What was that?
Has them
Thursday night
on.
we did that. I don't
No,
remember. Definitely don't
it's
know.
Tuesday.
Was it?
It's aired on Tuesdays nights. I know that. That's John Shea's show. So, but yeah.
How about drum influences? Any big
Yeah,
drummers?
so growing up was definitely Michael Jackson, big time. Some Barry Manilow from my grandfather, Prince, and then it became, 80s pop, Billy Idol, that kind of stuff for sure. 90s alternative. I was actually not 90s R&B and hip hop and rap probably before I was even into alternative rock for a long time.
Makes sense.
Like listening to 94.5 and like Kiss 108 before I was into like AAF.
Salt and pepper.
BCN. Heck yeah, Salt and
Salt and
Pepper.
Pepper, first cassette
Yep.
tape.
oh wow.
Yep.
Nice.
And then it became like Incubus and Radiohead and The Roots, and drumming influences, Questlove, musical hero, for sure.
Tighter than a drum machine.
Carter Beauford, Dave Matthews was actually a huge influence on me too. I would steal his fills left and right. Neil Peart, John Bonham, absolutely, and so like it's kind of cool actually doing like covers like No Diggity, like 90s hip hop and rap. Like we're trying to incorporate all of that now too. I love Fleetwood Mac Dreams. Like that's one of our
that's a
newest
good
favorite
one.
covers.
Yep.
Bare Naked Ladies. But we're always down to try covers, and it's kind of cool too. And he's like, we'll just send each other Spotify links back and forth, being like, hey, check this out. And if I've never heard before, that's like it's even better. So
Yeah.
we introduce each other to like new music all the time, just to try to think of new covers
Yeah.
to do.
Right.
And the Elvis thing's new, Beatles, and some country even leaks in there too, which again,
Yeah.
it's not like totally my thing, but then you can
try
make
to
it, you can make it your own
more.
too. Like
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. So
Yeah.
covers are fun.
Falls
Well,
from Prison is one of our better covers too, actually.
yeah?
So yeah, it really gets people going.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I have a feeling you guys with your mixing them in with the originals, it must be a lot of fun. Because I'm sure you put, like you say, you put your own spin on,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
on any of that stuff
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So I would love to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Our next gig is at Lucky Sevens on November 24th. I think it's a day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll be playing a Friday night. there.
Lucky Sevens in Holbrook.
Yeah, Lucky Sevens. Shout
Be
out
there.
to Lori. Love her.
Lloyd
She's awesome.
Cat Trombone, who was from Abington. I believe
Originally,
we had,
right?
I know we have
You had
few-
Haley,
few-
right?
Haley and Chris. I know.
Yep.
And I think there's a
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah,
Anyway, kids great kids that went here at Abington High School, and
It's all around good family.
yeah,
good
yeah,
people.
that's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
Happy to see that, and hear that you guys have been playing there. And
Yeah, love that bar.
Yeah.
It's good.
Tell us about your new video just came out, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. So the video was shot and directed by Scott Sandinato, Sando Films. Shout out Scott. He's great, an awesome person. He knows his stuff. He's been doing videos, I think he said for like 15 years now is the last time I talked to him. So he's good, he's efficient, and I always come at him with crazy ideas, and I'm like, I have this vision. And like he tells me what's gonna work, he tells me what's not gonna work, and
Right.
he tries to make everything happen. I have never gotten anything back from him that I'm just like, nah, I don't like that. Like it's always generally like, that's cool. And Miss Tracy Chu, I just asked, like, I needed a model. Like I just need a girl to, and she worked so hard to cause I gave her like stage direction, like
Right.
on like lyrics and stuff like that. And she crushed it when she came in. Like
Yeah.
she was so awesome to work with, really down to earth.
Yeah, so chill.
Like asking, is this good? Is this okay? Is this? I'm like, everything you're doing is great.
Yeah, nice. Totally
great.
professional.
Yeah, and it was so much fun. We had the place for 2 hours, and like we got everything done in an hour and a half.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it was just boom, 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 professional, and
Yeah.
it was great. I loved it, and you can check it out on YouTube. It's called She Don't Lie. It's one of our newer songs.
Absolutely, it's such a simple concept. It's
Yeah.
so fun. It should be like regular on MTV. They don't do that anymore, do they?
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
Does MTV do music videos anymore?
It's such a lost art, man.
That should be on all the time. Oh, it's on again.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah.
We were
I
talking
love
about that Black Hole Sun Soundgarden video,
Yeah,
which
that
was
was-
on all day.
That's what when I first turned on MTV. I remember it. The first video I saw, with Black Hole Sun, their faces like stretch out.
Yeah.
It's creepy, and I was like, oh, this this is cool. Like visuals,
They
with
would
music.
play the same videos all day.
Yeah, they would. They just
And you guys,
Some
are,
of them
you guys are gonna do a version of your new song. Well,
yes,
Yep.
yes, we will. Yeah,
gonna
we're
do She
gonna
Don't
do.
Lie.
We're gonna do "She Don't Lie" tonight. Yeah, today.
Probably
Yeah.
one of my new favorites.
I think we could probably talk all day. I think I don't know. But unfortunately, we're running out of time, and so
Okay, that's good.
so I think unless anything else,
let's see. Where can people find out about you guys? And
there's a good
Thank you very much. We're on Spotify, all your streaming services, like anything, like free to Pandora. We're on everything there. You can find us on
YouTube for sure. People like my
on
parents who
YouTube.
don't have Spotify, you can
Yeah.
find us on YouTube as well.
It's Gordon's
course.
Law with a apostrophe S. That's a lot of the thing. If you search Gordon's Law, it comes with like a law group and stuff like that.
Gordon's Law.
Yeah, but
you slipped or fall.
yeah, exactly.
Supermarket.
If you've been in an accident,
I mean,
That'd be a good idea for a music video.
that actually might work. Yeah. But yeah, we're on Instagram, Facebook, now on TikTok. 'Cause
We're getting better at social media.
Yeah.
He's getting pretty good at social media. We're slowly getting through it because it's
Okay.
exhausting.
Right.
It is, and
a lot
it's,
to it.
exactly. It's always felt like super extra to me. So like, I'm just trying to like stay up with it though, because
You realize how many more fans and feedback you can get actually doing it.
Because like I went and like one day, just did something, and our followers went from whatever they were to like up over like close to 600, and then like everything like from monthly listeners went up to like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
yeah.
right,
This thing works.
right, it works. I gotta do this more. And it's just always been unnatural to me. It's always felt weird, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to get
Oh
back
wait,
into it.
I'm glad you said that because we have a Facebook page.
See,
That's
Yeah.
right. And
How do we find you
trying
guys?
we're actually latching onto you guys. We've been
I like it. Yeah, I
putting
like
some
it.
of your stuff out there, and
Nice.
we got 20 new followers yesterday, which is
See,
huge.
there we go. We work together. That's what I have found. Like tagging and
Yeah.
doing all it. It works. It really does.
But,
And
the gig show,
the gig show on Facebook.
which we can't write, gig show.
Yeah,
Anyway, they'll figure it out. But
Follow them,
That's,
like
that's-
them.
We try to promote
yeah. Thank you for that.
people that are.
I love
doing
sharing it.
stuff.
I've
So
always been
people
a
know, and then
yeah. Always been a like
Yeah.
speak victory kind of guy. It's like one of my hashtags is because I like lifting people up. That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's what we got to
absolutely.
do.
We do too.
Yeah. Encourage people to be creative.
what's the next project? Anything in the works? EP, single?
I have 3 singles I plan on releasing over the winter. That's the next step right now. Is we're gonna work on those together, get them recorded, send them into Surefire Creative Studios. Shout out Brendan Brady. Sorry, gotta do that. Yeah, because he mixed and mastered this album, and whew,
Did a very good job, Nari. We're extremely proud of this EP.
so happy. So I couldn't be happier. And
How many songs on it?
5-song EP.
5
songs.
songs.
Yep.
Yep.
Check us out.
Wanted it quick, short, sweet, simple. And so I'm going to release singles now because I noticed a lot of songwriters, this is what they do. So,
Yeah.
they release singles like every couple months. It keeps people listening, keeps them, and then,
That's the way to do it. The,
Yeah.
the great thing is, like I do with my music, great thing is you can, use DistroKid.
okay.
So you can say, is this a single or part of an album?
Right.
And then, at the end of the project, I can put that on vinyl or CD or whatever I want. But it's just a good way to, I think, focus on what you're working on,
Yeah.
rather than worrying about, hey, I need 10 songs or.
Right. Yeah.
right.
This whole big project.
Yeah.
And no. it's
Everyone's got ADD these days now anyway.
Yeah,
They want the
that's-
shorter singles or EPs, yeah.
They do. Yeah, they do.
But it really helps me to say, all right, this song's really good. I'm going to release it. I like it. But before I do that, can I make this better?
Yeah.
Can I make this even better and spend the time on that particular track? And
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have anything new coming up?
Yeah, actually, I've got a single coming out in November 1st.
Excellent.
Alright.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So,
I got a business card so I can check
check
it
'em
out.
out.
Right? Check 'em
Yeah,
out.
it's,
that one?
it's a song called "Wrapped in My Arms," and there's a video that's coming with it, directed by Tom Hamilton,
Tom Hamilton.
Yeah.
Our Tom Hamilton.
our Tom Hamilton,
Our Tom
not
Hamilton?
Aerosmith. Tom Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You gonna rap?
No,
No.
I think it's WRAP.
Oh.
yeah,
Which
WR.
one of you is the rapper on your song?
Both of us, kinda.
Yeah, I
Little
guess
bit?
yeah.
Him maybe more so.
Yeah, I do the Nicki Minaj part on Bottoms Up.
That is
so,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it to him.
I'm not a rapper. I've tried it before.
on that, and well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
Hey, thanks for coming in. It's really
So much fun. Thank you guys.
Yeah, this has been great.
Sincerely.
enjoyed having you, and we wish you nothing but success and
Thank
good
you.
luck going forward. We'll be looking.
Awesome.
And if you guys want to
So-
introduce your song, close out the
Yeah,
show
sure.
with.
We could do that. We're about to play She Don't Lie. It's off our new album, Nothing's Wrong. Find it on all your streaming services. And thank you to the Gig Show for having us.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next time on the Gig Show.
When she walks in the room, you can feel it in the air. Wavering, indifferent, apathetic, no, she don't care. I she really don't care. You know she's trying too hard, but she won't let it show. Floating through emotions with the confidence you never owe. Oh, you never owe her. She don't lie, she told me so. Will I make it out alive? Well, I don't know. I don't know. She'll pull you in close, whisper in your ear, push you off the edge, don't run her fingers through your hair. No, I never learned how to fly. She knows exactly what she's doing. I'm not the only one she's fooling. Oh no, I'm not the only one. She don't lie, she told me so. Try to read between the lines, but it's best just to let it go. I should probably run, I should probably hide. Why am I ignoring all the warning signs? Will I make it out alive? Hell no. Gotta watch how she moves. I think you recognize the feeling that you get when you look into her eyes. Your mind to flip, you're bound to slip. You're guaranteed to lose your grip. I know you want another hit. You'll never quit. Experience is in her lips. Just watch the way she moves her hips. She's already got you down inside.